Welcome back, everyone. This is Dark Silence from Dark Silence Reviews. Today we're going to be checking out a bit of Devastator. It is a twin-stick shooter, currently available on the Xbox Live Marketplace. Huge shout out to Too Awesome Studio for the stream opportunity. It is by developer Radiant Games. It officially released March 25th, and I believe it is available on the Xbox One and the Series XS. I think it's optimized for XS. It seems to be running pretty good. There's 3 modes in total for this game. I think I got about 750 gamer score off the game, roughly in about 1 or 2 hours, and the last couple are going to take you anywhere from 10, 15, 20 minutes to where like you'll get it done right away, to a little bit longer depending on your skill set. This is a skill-based game. Remember, it is a twin-stick shooter, so it's going to take a little skill on the side for that. So we got 3 modes here. We got quadrants, which is just a regular 3-minute mode. You survive however long you can in 3 minutes, and then whatever score you get based upon how you played in the quadrants is what you get. It's pretty simple. I believe there is one achievement that is completely achievable in the practice mode. I was testing it out to see if the practice mode worked for all the rest of the modes, but I cannot test the rest of the earlier achievements I got with the practice mode. I'm pretty sure the obscure ones might pop. It just depends on if you want to go in on practice mode for some of them. Anyhow, we're going to go into, I want to say, cycles for this session. We're going to go on standard. I'm on cycle 2. Basically, it's similar to getting the points or whatever, but you have to do like cycles of 11 stages. They send X amount of enemies out at you at any given time throughout the wave, and then some of them will multiply, so depending on if you use the bombs really correctly and how you kill the enemies will either give you more time or less time in the level. So we're going to start off on cycles mode. I'll show off all 3 modes here just to like kind of get a rough draft of what we're looking at. It does have auto aim if you want to put that on. I would definitely, if you're really super bad at the game, put on one stick mode. Basically, I call it one stick mode because one stick activates, so this way you can focus just mostly on moving, and the aiming will be auto for you. But that also has its issues, because then you won't be able to aim at like stuff way ahead of you and take out a certain threshold of enemies, because I think auto aim one stick mode basically only aims at the enemies that are like right in front of you. I don't really know exactly how it works. I just know that it can be a little bit more complicated. So I would definitely try to see if I could do the aiming all by myself before you initiate that on. You can mess around with other settings like how vivid certain colors are and stuff like that. So if like you're having trouble, like with your eyes or something, you can set it up a little bit to look a little bit more bold or less as a little bit less neon-y. I like the color. I like the gameplay. So far it's been running pretty smooth. I would definitely recommend this for twin-stick shooter fans. If you like twin-stick shooters, obviously you might like this game quite a bit. But there are some challenging achievements, so keep that in mind. So far right here, we've gotten to wave 3. I got 10 waves to go. Let's see if I can do it without having to worry about restarting here. One of the waves. So far I'm doing good, but I did lose 1 life right there. I hate those. Those enemies kind of like swarm at you. There's not very many different kinds of enemies, but the enemies that they send at you, depending on like how the waves are, they're going to be a little bit more challenging than the last wave or whatever. It could be a little randomized. Like there's those ones right there that kind of multiply. I don't have a problem with them, but if they multiply too much, they get a little bit quicker. I noticed the little red ones just kind of like swarm at you and they home in. If you take out the big guys, basically you don't have to worry about them anymore. I think even the medium ones kind of like split apart, so you gotta watch it. Nice placed bomb, wipe out the whole map for you, make it a bit easier. You build that up throughout the level. As you kill enemies, you notice the little, there's like these little things that kind of collect around the stage. It's like little purple specks or something that collect, and then there's obviously the big purple dots right there that you collect that will help you with your blast. I believe there's 3 blasts in total, 3 bombs in total you can collect in order to use them in the levels. I don't believe you can get 4. I'm not, don't quote me on that. I haven't had more than 4 kind of stockpiled. I've noticed that they kind of stopped at 3, and I noticed the bar just kind of stops there, so you definitely got to use up your bombs. Shielded. Shields are very important in the game too. They give you one freebie hit, so you don't have to worry about losing a life, but only one hit basically. They really do make it a little tough. And there's also stationary enemies from time to time on the map that will be completely stationary, that you can't get rid of them unless it's with the bomb, and then I don't think they count as actual enemies that you got to take out for the waves and stuff. They're the little purple ones, I believe. You'll notice them. A good majority of the shooter ones are ones that you can't actually get that count towards certain things. This will be uploaded to YouTube, obviously. You know, I want to make sure I get some content for Devastator up. I thought it was a pretty cool game, so I decided to put out a video for it. Those little ones that look kind of like oval-shaped eggs, they home in on you. I hate those enemies, because if they have a wave that swarms you really bad, they'll just send a mountain of them at you, making it nearly impossible to dodge all of them. Like right here, you notice there's just a mountain of them they send at you. Good kind of obstacled maps keep them from really destroying you. So. And obviously the ones that look like little ships are gonna shoot at you. Definitely gotta watch out for those ones. Thankfully they only have 2 or 3 shots before they gotta kind of recharge a little bit. They got me there. Hopefully I can get at least 500,000 here. I'm hoping that I can get at least 500,000 points. I believe there's a couple achievements for 500,000, and another one for about 1 million. Little egg ones. If you do die throughout the waves, you have to restart basically the whole wave all over again. That's the only thing that kind of sucks. They don't need like some of the enemies are already demolished, but I think they don't take away some of your points, so you get an extra way to make a little bit more points. Wave 6, I believe there's 10, and then there's an overclocked one where you get faster bullets, and everything runs a little bit faster. But that's at wave 11, I think. they cornered me right there. I cornered myself really right there. I locked myself in there. I believe every 250,000 points, you get a free life, depending on the stage and stuff. I don't know if it's stage-based or if it's mode-based, but I do remember getting a couple extra lives on 250. The respawn points can be a little bad in my opinion, because they'll like spawn them behind you and stuff. This is my last life. I'm at 491. Hopefully I get 500. Each mode basically is real different on how they throw the enemies at you too. There's one, I believe, in the sectors that you only have to defeat maybe like 20-30 enemies per like level or something like that. And I think the maximum you can get is it's 30,000 and up if you perfect the wave. It's all time based, so that's how they track the points a little bit on those ones. It'd be better off if I just kind of show it off. Use my final restored there. This one's my final restored. I'm at least at 500,000. That was my goal for this. Nowhere near the points that I would have gotten if I completed it all the way through. I believe there's a couple really hard ones to like finish the whole area without continues and stuff, and I believe that's in sectors over the little achievements here. Pretty challenging game in my opinion. Some of it's challenging, some of it's really super easy. Just got to keep on playing. Getting so close to beating this. Actually beat the wave on my last life. I'm at 570 now. Not bad, but I won't probably make the points that I need or complete it. Yeah, that was it. So 574 to 555, about 10 minutes. I believe it saves certain waves. You can actually continue, but you'll get your points deducted after you continue. And each cycle, I believe there's a certain amount of cycles for each and every difficulty. I believe Elite is definitely a tougher one. We did cycles, now we're going to do sectors. To show that off, I'm going to go to the last sector I have to do. Another really hard achievement that I've noticed is to get S rank on something. I'm thinking that you have to carry in a lot of points and just get the speed done as quickly as possible. It's really all about speed. Like the quicker you are at defeating all the enemies in level, the more points you get, and that translates into like better ranking. And obviously if you don't use any continues, I believe that's another good thing too. If you could do a whole sector without any continues, definitely be pretty good. For some people this won't be hard at all. For others, you know, like it takes me quite a few tries for some of this stuff. I love twin stick shooters, just I wouldn't say I'm a professional at them. I think I'm okay. I'm ranking it at 35,000 for each, but I feel like that's still not enough. The interrupt are pretty cool. You get to go slow-mo and get as many points as possible. It's only available in certain levels though, from what I noticed. These ones with the shield are pretty tough to get behind sometimes, especially when you have other enemies at you. You definitely have to get behind them to kill them. Some of your bullets will ricochet, and I believe you have to turn on. There's like certain weapons that you can get throughout the levels and stuff, depending on how you if you pick them up, and you could switch to different weapons too. There's the reflex, the Vulcan spread. It's basically like the shotgun, the machine gun, and the assault rifle in a way. This level's full of like really like red enemies. The other really dangerous ones are the ones that launch out all those little yellow orbs. They come out of nowhere. They're these little ones that look like TIE fighters. $18,000 for that one. Very slow that level. There are teleports too. You can use the teleports to teleport from one side of the map or the other. I believe there's an achievement for killing some in the teleporter. You just gotta keep using it and killing enemies. Not too hard of an achievement. Anything that has to do with like shooting X amount of enemies and getting certain points. That's it for me on that one. So I made it to about level 8, 2 more levels, and that would basically finish off the sector for me. But that wasn't my initial what I was gonna do. So we're gonna go back out and go to show off the quadrants mode as well. It's just a regular, typical 3-minute base, however many points you get, with a massive amount of enemies that just keep on throwing at you. Your goal is to grab as many of these little sector bombs as possible. They'll give you like bomb power, and it'll keep on changing the map over and over again. That was a terrible run right there. We're gonna do one more. So you grab these little orbs, and the map keeps changing as you keep collecting them. You gotta collect them as quickly as possible to maximize your point potential and kill as many enemies as possible on the way. There's a slower approach to do it too. You can like sit around on a certain area and just kind of like hammer away at the enemies if you want, but I feel like that won't get you nearly as many points as you need until you start going through the quadrants at the same time. That was another really bad run. It's going to take you quite a few runs on this one to really get good. I feel like this is the hardest mode, especially since it's constantly changing. And they just throw everything at you. It's hard to get a handle on the map when like the map is random and it constantly changes each and every time. For some, this might be a lot easier. So if this if this seems like your kind of game, definitely probably be able to rock at it if you were really good at twin sticks. Phase 3 right there. Phase 5, I believe, is the last phase. It's a little bit better run, in my opinion. I just don't have any shields, though, so that kind of concerns me. And that's it. So there is quite a few easy achievements that are acquirable. I believe I'm missing 4 in total, and the 4 hardest achievements in my opinion so far are the Mega Elite, the Maximizer, the Decathlete, and the Cycle Master. The Cycle Master, you have to do the cycle without any continues, and then there's the Decathlete, where you have to get an S rank on any mode. I feel like that one's a little bit easier, but you know, it's still technically doable. You just gotta keep trying. Max out the turbo 5 times. I haven't really figured out how to max out the turbo yet, but once I figure it out, I'll definitely put up some kind of guide or something for that. And then obviously the last one, which is the Mega Elite, you have to beat any of these modes in elite mode and get a score of over 500,000. That's a 500,000 points, and the enemies are a little bit more aggressive in that mode. The mode changes a little bit. I think you get less bombs and your firepower does slightly less damage. I'm not really sure. I just know that it feels a lot rougher. I haven't been able to push elite mode on anything except for the sectors. I do pretty good on the sectors with elite, just not on quadrants or cycle. But it's everybody's own personal preference. Hopefully that kind of showed off a little bit of Devastator. Like I said, once again, remember to please like, share, follow, subscribe if you're watching this far in. And remember to check out the store if you're interested in this. I'm not 100% sure if it's on PlayStation, but I do know that it's definitely available in the Xbox Live Marketplace. I believe it's about $6.99. I don't know what that translates to roughly, you know, in pounds or wherever, whatever country you're in right now, what it translates to, but it's a little bit on the cheaper end. Anyhow, once again, that was Devastator. Happy gaming, everyone. Hopefully that gameplay session showed off a little bit of this twin stick shooter. I think it's pretty cool, so I decided to put something up. Happy gaming, everyone, and thank you all for watching.